It's 5:15. I'm Michelle Bash.
I'm John Aaron. Here comes the origin story of another Spider-Man villain.
My son, we are hunters. The greatest the world has ever known. Embrace who you really are.
Kraven the Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson and Russell Crowe, is in theaters this weekend.
Kuya P of Nerds Rule the World joined us with his review.
I'll be the first to tell you guys, I am not a big fan of the Marvel Sony product. I love the Marvel Disney stuff, but the Sony Marvel stuff has kind of been blah. I wasn't a big fan of Morbius. I wasn't a fan of Madam Web. And the Venom series was just kind of okay. So this one, I went in with low to no expectations. And I have to tell you, John and Michelle, I was surprised. I actually was entertained. I will say, like all Sony Marvel stuff, it is really cheesy. It's really corny, but it works. Aaron Taylor Johnson plays Kraven, who's this Russian assassin hunter who goes after the bad guys, even though he's really a villain in the comic books. But they're playing him up as an anti-hero here in this cinematic universe. He's the son of Russell Crowe, Nikolai Kraven, who's this big weapons dealer. It's basically a father-son story where the son doesn't want to really be like the father. So he goes after his enemies and come to find out that it's maybe a plot from the dad to get rid of his enemies. So it's a cheesy, corny story, but it's also a lot of fun. There's some great action sequences. They infuse quite a bit of comedy in there. I got to give it its respect. I'm not a fan of Sony Marvel, but I enjoyed Kraven the Hunter. And go see it with friends and on IMAX.
Well, there's also an anime Lord of the Rings movie.
Yes, The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. We are getting an animated, anime-style Lord of the Rings film hitting theaters this week. And I have to tell you, it is awesome. I was blown away. It's a prequel story to those Lord of the Rings films, and we're following a shield maiden, this young princess to this lord. Basically, her father kills this other lord, which leads to a rivalry, and they're battling at Helm's Deep, and it's just all the cool things that we love of the Lord of the Rings franchise and animated. And if you know anime, they love to do these really cool action-y shots that are real close in. They go back in and out. It's so ultra detailed. I absolutely love this. And I know for those young shield maidens out there, those young women out in our audience that love seeing them be powerful as well, they're going to get that. But anybody who loves Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits, just everything, just all those benchmarks that we love of this series, you're going to get that in this, and it's just amazing. I need more of this.
On Skype, that's Kuya P of Nerds Rule the World, which previews the latest in film, TV, and streaming.